Good morning. My name is Jeffrey Snyder, and I am the Commissioner of the Massachusetts Department of Revenue. It is a pleasure to be with you today. Thank you for the invitation to join you at this year's What's New in Municipal Law conference. I would like to begin by extending a big thank you to the municipal office officials for the fantastic work you've done since March of 2020. This includes working with the administration on changes to municipal finance statutes that made addressing the FY20 year end and the fiscal year 21 challenges possible. These statutory changes included the use of the 1/12 budget for FY21, the ability to use unspent free cash after July 1st of 2020, and the ability to use stabilization fund without appropriation by legislative body. I would also like to take a moment to thank Ken Woodland and his team at DLS's Municipal Finance Law Bureau. Ken has been the Bureau Chief since the spring, having taken over for Patricia Hunt after her retirement. We've also had a few other staffing changes at DLS. This year, we welcomed Chris Wilcock as our new Chief of the Bureau of Local Assessment and Deb Wagner as the Director of the Bureau of Accounts. Today, I want to highlight some changes that will increase the efficiency of key processes in DLS. First, free cash submission. For fiscal year 22, all Excel forms used to calculate and prove free cash were moved into Gateway. Having these forms in Gateway allows DLS to extract information used to populate certain reports in the Municipal Finance Trends dashboard, rather than entering it manually. This also provides efficiencies for Bureau of Accounts staff in the free cash calculation and proof process by automatically populating certain information from the prior year's calculation and proof. Next, State House Notes, one of DLS's oldest programs. The State House Notes program was moved to a paperless process effective September 7th. The review and approval of notes is now done in Gateway, thereby eliminating the need to mail documents back and forth. Each year, DLS continually strives to improve upon various processes and increase your access to information. We hope these advancements are ones that you will continue to benefit from in the years to come. Let's now talk about fiscal year 2021 revenue. As we begin moving into the first few months of fiscal year 2022, I would be remiss if I did not take a moment to review fiscal year 2021's revenue and share our FY22 benchmarks with you. As you all are aware, fiscal year 21 was like no other. The COVID-19 pandemic and its effect on consumer and businesses, as well as the mitigation measures adopted in the Commonwealth, created unprecedented uncertainty regarding state tax revenues. Despite the uncertainty, fiscal 2021 revenue collections turned out better than expected. Total collections of $34.1 billion were more than $5 billion above benchmark, or approximately $3 billion more than the fiscal year 21 consensus revenue forecast that had been established prior to the pandemic, and about $4.5 billion more than the actual revenue collections for fiscal year 2020. The growth in part reflects the impact of federal stimulus, an improving economic outlook, a strong stock market, and further easing of COVID-19 restrictions. It was also broad-based, with each major revenue category exceeding its benchmark. In income tax, which was almost $3 billion better than benchmark, was driven by an improved labor market, the American Rescue Plan Act, ARPA, and better than expected capital gains tax collections. Sales tax was $660 million above benchmark, resulting from strong online sales, motor vehicle sales, and more recently, sales from brick and mortar operators. The implementation of rules requiring advanced sales tax also contributed to the favorable results. Corporate and business taxes were almost $900 million better than benchmark. This result reflects the impact of the economic recovery and both federal fiscal and monetary policies. Finally, all other taxes, which is a collection of various tax types, also exceeded the benchmark by almost $600 million. Looking ahead, DOR recently published fiscal year 22 revenue benchmarks totaling $34.4 billion. That's $263 million, or a little less than 1% more than fiscal year 21 actual collections. Through the first 2 months of fiscal year 2022, collections totaled $4.75 billion, $640 million more than the collections in the same period versus last fiscal year, and about $10 million more than the year-to-date benchmark. When considering these results, it is important to remember we are only 2 months into the fiscal year, and it remains to be seen what impact the uptick in COVID-19 infections resulting from the Delta variant may have on state tax revenue. Note also that July and August tend to be smaller collection months. Obviously, a lot can happen between now and the end of the fiscal year, and DOR will continue to closely monitor collections. Thank you again for your time, and I hope you enjoy the 2021 What's New in Municipal Law Conference. This virtual format will allow you to view recordings discussing recent laws and cases related to municipal finance and municipal law, along with interactive sessions with the Municipal Finance Law Bureau team. I thank Sean and the entire DLS team on hosting this annual event, as it provides critical updates to cities and towns. I hope to see you face to face next year.